Today we're diving into the single biggest security threat your business is probably facing. And, it's not what you think. We're talking about phishing.
So let me ask you, what do you picture when you think about your company's biggest cyber risk? Is it some genius hacker in a dark room? A super complex nation-state attack? The reality is actually way more mundane, and because of that, it's so much more dangerous. The real #1 threat is just a well-crafted message that lands in the inbox of a busy employee at exactly the wrong moment. It's a simple trick, but wow, it is devastatingly effective.
And the numbers, they're just staggering. Year after year, the data shows that about 7 out of every 10 security breaches start with a phishing attack. It's not just one way in for criminals, it is the main highway.
So that begs a pretty big question. Why does this keep working? I mean, even on smart, careful people. Well, the answer is that these attackers aren't really hacking your systems, they're hacking your attention.
So how do they actually do it? Oh, it's a masterclass in manipulation. They use perfect timing, like sending a fake invoice right when your team is rushing to process real ones at the end of the month. They create these pixel-perfect clones of login pages you trust. Think Microsoft 365 or Google. They'll use sneaky lookalike domains that you totally miss if you're in a hurry. And it's not just email anymore. They're using texts, even AI-generated voice calls now. But the scariest one? Thread hijacking. That's when they get into a real email chain and reply. It makes the fake message look completely legit, almost impossible to spot.
And the playbook they follow is remarkably consistent. It starts with the lure. An urgent message like, your password has expired. That leads to a redirect through a link to a fake login page. Then comes the harvest, where your employee, trying to do the right thing, enters their credentials. From there, the attacker can exploit that access, and finally, they monetize it. We're talking fraud, ransomware, the works. It's simple, it's repeatable, and for them, it's incredibly profitable.
Okay, so the crucial thing to understand is what happens next? What's the real cost of that one single accidental click? Well, it sets off this incredibly fast and devastating domino effect.
And believe me, it happens in a flash. First up, that stolen password becomes a key to your entire digital kingdom. Instantly, attackers take over the account. They're not just in, they're reading emails, they're learning your business from the inside, and they're getting ready to impersonate your own people to trick your clients.
Or maybe that link drops some malware. If that's the case, within hours, all your company's shared files can be encrypted, everything just stops. You are now in a full-blown ransomware lockdown, staring down a massive extortion demand.
And then there's maybe the most insidious one of all, silent fraud. The attacker, now sitting inside your email system, just quietly changes the bank details on a legitimate invoice. Or they send an urgent request to accounting for a wire transfer. Poof! Months of profit can be wiped out in one transaction.
I know, it sounds bleak, but there's absolutely a clear way to defend your business. The solution isn't some magic bullet, it's a layered defense plan. And it's built on 3 really simple pillars: people, process, and technology. Let's break that down. First, we need to empower our people, so they become our first line of defense. Second, we have to harden our processes to create these critical security checkpoints. And third, we need the right tech to act as a safety net for when things go wrong. For your people, forget those long, boring training sessions nobody pays attention to. We're talking short, 10-minute micro trainings every quarter on what's happening right now. Run friendly, no-shame phishing simulations and teach them the simple rule of 3. Before you click, just pause, preview the link by hovering over it, and verify with the sender through a different channel if anything feels even a little off. But you know what the most important part is? Make it super easy to report suspicious emails and then celebrate the people who do. Next up, process. And this doesn't have to be complicated at all. For any big money movement, like a wire transfer or a change in bank details, just require a 2-channel approval. So if the request comes in by email, you have to confirm it with a quick phone call or a text. These little speed bumps are incredibly effective at stopping fraud dead in its tracks. And finally, technology. This is your safety net. You need tech to block malicious sites before they even have a chance to load. That's what DNS filtering does. It's like a block list for the entire internet. You need tech to contain a breach if one happens, by separating your networks so an intruder can't just wander around. And most importantly, you need tech to recover. That means multi-factor authentication on everything, and I mean everything, plus rock-solid offline backups. Feeling a bit overwhelmed? Don't be. You can make a massive, massive difference in your security in less than an hour. Seriously, Here's a quick start plan you can actually do this week. All right, here are 6 high-impact things you can do right now. 1. Turn on secure DNS filtering at your router. It's usually just a simple setting. 2. Block risky file attachments right at your email gateway. 3. And this one is absolutely non-negotiable. Enforce multi-factor authentication on all your cloud accounts. 4. Create separate Wi-Fi networks for staff, guests, and any other smart devices. 5. Send a simple one-page memo on how to spot and report a phish. And 6. Schedule a quick 15-minute drill simulating a fake invoice request. If you do just these 6 things, your business is already league safer.
And this really brings us to the core philosophy of modern cybersecurity. Look, you cannot train away every single click. Perfection is just not possible. The goal is to build a system with layers that will break the attack chain after the click happens.
And here it is, the ultimate takeaway. The very best defense is one built on the cold, hard assumption that an employee will, eventually, click a bad link. Your job, our job, is to build a security system that makes that click irrelevant.
So I'll just leave you with this one question to think about. Right now, today, is your business actually built to survive that inevitable click? Thanks for joining us for this explainer.